In northern Kenya's semi-arid region of Turkana, prolonged periods of drought can lead to acute food shortages. Although the region's way of life is mostly nomadic, an alternative way of farming is being introduced. On the outskirts of Lodwar, the capital of Kenya's northern Turkana district, growing tomatoes is still a novelty. The region is better known for its nomadic pastoralist communities who for generations have subsisted on and crossed the semi-arid desert plains with their animals in search of water. But with the region's repeated failed rains, drought and increasing food shortages, alternative ways to produce food have become more attractive. Stephen Kimanzi is one of a handful of Lodwar locals who have begun cultivating crops with the help of the charity Hope Initiative Turkana, which funds projects that help people diversify away from a livelihood dependent on increasingly irregular weather patterns. With help, Kimanzi was able to set up a 30-meter by 8-meter greenhouse and now harvests tomatoes once every 2 days to sell at a market. He waters the plants with rainwater collected in a barrel outside the greenhouse and has learned ways to be sparing with the supply so that even in dry times, he has enough to keep the plants alive.
Even the Turkanas are being attracted by this idea of greenhouses. If more people see that it can benefit them, then we could have even more greenhouses so that as many people as possible in this region can get involved.
Currently, demand for tomatoes is outstripping supply, and Kimanzi and other greenhouse owners say they have no trouble shifting stock at the local market. The supply of fresh fruit and vegetables is limited in Turkana, and as stall owner Teresa Kadogo says, importing goods from farther afield is inefficient and costly.
Greenhouse. The
greenhouse supplies tomatoes here in Lodwar, but it is never enough. So sometimes we have to send for them from Kitale. But when we send them, most of them get here and are already spoiled.
Greenhouses are limited to the Lodwar area, but Hope Initiative Turkana charity hopes the success there will mean they can introduce them to other, more remote areas of Turkana where access to fresh food is almost non-existent. Turkana was one of the places in Kenya most affected by the devastating drought in July and August this year. Scores of people died and thousands more were left severely malnourished and dependent on food aid in what some say was the worst food shortage the region has experienced in decades.